Welcome back to this week's episode of What's the Vibe with Katie
and Amy.
and Amy. Absolutely, you were. We have another in-person episode. And you know what's so funny? When I posted that day about stay tuned for a special in-person episode, I'm so dumb. This is how my brain works. I was like, man, I hope people think we're not doing like a live episode where they can come watch all of our 2 p.m. Sergeant Bitches. Finally, this podcast is going somewhere.
So we're in person.
We're together in person. We're not in separate cities. Good. Because I don't even remember, somebody reacted with like a surprise face, and I was like, I hope they don't think we're going on tour. We're not ready yet. Emoji. Where do I need to be? Yeah. Oh, we are in person. You guys are on your couch, in your car, wherever you want to be. That's right. You enjoy What's the Vibe anywhere. Last weekend, we talked about Mackenzie Sharilla and her crazy crash. But this weekend, what is the vibe?
My vibe is mystery, murder,
Question mark. Murder. Question mark.
No, it's hard to say. Like better.
Murder.
Trash parenting. Reunification.
Question mark. I love all the questions.
So I'm going to tell you the story. Tell me if you've ever heard of this lady, Mary Louise Day. Mary Day.
No, off of first naming, I got it.
We've lost.
That's why it was so fun doing it in person.
Yeah, I do miss this in person piece. Okay, well, this is an old story, but there is a lot of information out there. So I'm going to kind of give you an overview. If you're interested, I do think there's a couple documentaries about it. Do I know their names? No. I did watch it.
She should have Googled it.
I should have. You know, I do find the internet a great resource.
She does. I've carried that with me every day for the past 5 years that I've known Amy.
Yeah. We used to have clientele, I'll call it, ask the silliest questions or be like, where can I find X, Y, and Z?
Clientele or coworkers? I'm like,
oh my gosh. Have you ever heard of this thing called the Google? Like, give it a shot.
Try it out.
But so you could find some stuff about this if you wanted to, and maybe a documentary or two. Most of the information that I got was from listening to one of my favorite podcasts, Mile Higher podcast. Have you ever listened?
I have not, but I am familiar from you.
Yeah, Kendall Ray, who does True Crime with Kendall Ray, her and her husband, Josh, who I just love them, have their podcast called Mile Higher.
Okay.
And also from the old Wikipedia.
Oh, I love Wikipedia. Really breaks a story down for you. I'm just saying.
It really does. Break it down. Break it down, Wikipedia. Like I'm about to. Okay, so this is pretty interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so Mary Louise Day, I already told you her name. She was born September 9th. No, she wasn't. I'm dyslexic today.
Did you
dyslexia? She was like, look at my notes. I couldn't find anything to write with or on here. I'm babysitting at the lake this week.
This little treat, some raw cookie dough.
Hershey candy bars came in this.
So
I could make s'mores because I'm used to baking. It's a little girl here at my aunt and uncle's house. So anyway, I had to dump out the Hershey's bars.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing. So, okay. She was born February 19th, 1968. So that's not that old. Like 1968. That's not that long ago. She was She was born in a tiny little town in New York. But first, I'm going to tell you about her mom. Her mom's name was Charlotte Pressler.
Okay.
and she was a trash mom.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what way? What does that mean?
Let me tell you. Oh, yeah, she first of all, she was a big hoe, which you know what? That's fine. You can be a big hoe and still be a good mom, but not Charlotte.
Okay.
Her first husband's name was Hubert Pressler, and they were married in either the late 50s or the early 60s.
Hubert.
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 He had to have been born in the 20s.
So bad.
Hubert. They allegedly had no children.
Allegedly.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
But while Charlotte is married to her first husband, Hubert, she likes to.
Oh. She's channeling her inner Mackenzie Shirilla.
Yeah, if it were now, she would have like an Instagram. Oh, she's hardly wearing anything. But this is the 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
70s. So she just had to like put in the footwork.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had to get on the move.
Yeah, she had to go to the local bar. She had to walk these tiny little town streets. But it worked for her because she met a man named Charles Day.
Oh, I love him already more than Hubert because Charles.
That's better.
Yeah.
That's better. There's a few Charleses in my family. A Charlie. Yeah. Gabriel Charles. So, yeah. I like Charles. So that was her second husband. But before she married Charles, she was still married to Hubert. She got pregnant with their daughter, Mary Louise Day, who this story is primarily about.
Okay.
So already scandalous.
So she
right?
was married to Hubert, interested in Charles,
Interested.
and pregnant with a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at some point, she divorces Hubert, marries Charles. They have Mary. And then they have a second daughter named Kathy. Well, then Charlotte gets pregnant again.
Woo! Charlotte's a busy lady.
Not by Charles, though, by this other guy.
I thought you were going to say by Hubert.
Oh my gosh, nothing would surprise me. She gets married by a guy named Ira Hogue. That's what I found on the internet. And then she has a third daughter named third daughter question mark
Okay.
named Sherry. Sherry. And Sherry's born in 1971. So Sherry's just a few years older than I am.
Yeah.
She's probably still out there thriving like I am. Thriving.
Yes.
So Charlotte's still at the bar scene. She's doing glamour shots because now it's the 70s, 80s.
Glamour shot.
Man, I wish I had a glamour shot.
You never did a glamour shot?
No.
No.
I definitely had an Owen Middles photo. I could probably do that. It was like this big thing around here in the 80s, and you would like go and pose with your sibling, and then at the bottom it would say Owen.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually, all of these dads are gone. She divorced Hubert. He's gone. Next, Charles, he's gone. Ira Hogue. I don't know if he was ever even around.
Okay.
The children are never enrolled in school whilst they're in Charlotte's care. So she's just teaching them herself or not teaching them anything at
Yes,
all.
exactly. She's a bit too busy.
Yeah, she's too busy. So she would go to the bar and leave all three of these little girls by themselves. And they're probably 8, 9, 4. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. She was garbled.
Yeah.
At some point, Charlotte has a suicide attempt.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about Charlotte. To me, it could have just been cry for attention or who knows what.
Fair. She's having trouble getting a man.
Yeah, she needed a little attention. But the best thing happened from that because all three of the girls were taken away.
Okay.
And put into foster care. And in foster care, they got love. They got taught life skills. They got to go to school. Yeah, it is good for about a couple years.
Oh.
And then Charlotte, I don't know how old she is, but she's definitely probably in her early 30s. She meets a boy by the name of William.
A child?
A child named William.
I'm sorry. I could care less what his last name is. I'm just trying to go back to the fact that he's a child.
Well, he's 17 years old.
That's a child.
Right. That is a child. Oh, I have a picture to show you. Oh, I didn't bring my phone here. I sent it to you.
Okay.
But there's a family photo because after she marries this William, who's a 17-year-old child.
She marries him?
Yes. The 80s, man. You could do whatever you wanted. You could marry a child, a man child, if you wanted to.
Why would you want to?
Why would you want to marry an adult man?
What? You want double income?
Okay, good. So we love you, Jacob. Just if you watch, we're totally joking.
Fine.
We're free to say whatever we want about me here.
Ew.
No, that's a joke, obviously. But yeah, a 17-year-old.
Where are his parents? I mean, I guess he was a boy and 17. His parents were probably like,
You're right. You're close enough.
yeah.
So they get married. And the photo, I can't wait to show it to you, Katie, because he looks like her son in this family photo. It's him, her, and then those 3 little girls. Or it might have been. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
But some children, because they end up having
Children. You're just donated for the photo.
in these
Sorry.
impossibles. But they get the girls back. They go to foster care and they pick up Mary, Kathy, and Sherry. They're leaving to bring the children home, and Sherry is pissed. She's the youngest.
Yeah.
She's probably 8 or something, and she's basically like, the report said somehow she peed on her mom's head in the car.
You come up. 2 is not a lot, but if I saw a nickel for every time you had a story about my peeing about somebody peeing, I'd have 2 nickels. That's a lot.
I know. I don't know how she did it. I guess maybe set up on the seat, but she peed on her mom in the car. I didn't need the visuals. Nobody asked for a theory. I just provided it.
I appreciate it.
Well, this makes Charlotte mad, as you can imagine.
I don't think it would make her happy.
So she tells her boy husband. Listen, this is a great story. If you're interested, you gotta find it somewhere. I'm making it silly, but so she tells William, turn the car around. We're going back to the foster home. She gets Sherry out of the car, takes her up to the door, knocks on the door. The foster mom answers, and she says, you can keep this one.
What?
And the foster mom says, okay.
Thank God for that foster.
I know. So, I mean, that was the best thing that could have happened to Sherry is urinating on her mother. Keep that in mind, kids. Because she got to be raised in a happy, healthy, loving home. That is not what happened to Mary. Oh. So William, I guess, turns 18 and joins the Marine Corps.
Okay.
So, I mean, you would think, okay, good. Now they got some stability. Their dad's in the Marine Corps. Everything's great. No, it's not. That Charlotte and William welcomed 2 kids of their own.
Dang.
She's fertile Myrtle.
Yeah, she is.
Their first daughter's name is Billie Jean. Billie Jean. Okay, sorry. I wonder if they named it from the Michael Jackson song.
You could
That would have been huge then. And then I'm not for sure. I did find a report that the boy's name was William Jr., but that could be a fake name because he doesn't want anything to do with it.
Okay.
And this would have been my dream. William gets stationed in Hawaii. In the Marine
Oh
Corps.
my gosh.
I know. So the whole family goes over to Hawaii.
Rough life.
Some point after they get over to Hawaii, remember Mary and Kathy's real dad, Charles Day?
Yes.
He dies.
Oh.
But he has some sort of life insurance. It's like the equivalent of, I'm not sure about in today's money, but at the time, I think $60,000.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And it would be theirs when they turn 18.
Safe.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Protected.
safe. Yes.
But the girls, they're growing up. They're like 12, 13, 11, 13, whatever. They're early teens. You can have conversations at that age.
Right. Yeah,
Their
words.
They hate their living situation. It is not great. And they're so scared that Charlotte and William are going to get their hands on this money.
Okay.
So they develop a code word. So even after they turn 18, maybe they're going to leave it alone, but they have a code word just between the 2 of them that they have to know, and they set it up that this code word has to be known to get the money.
Okay.
And the code word is Mohawk.
Mohawk.
I know. So it's something we can remember, but like nobody's going to play guess.
Right. Like these people are just having a conversation about Mohawks. A couple of weirdos.
Right. What's up? So sadly, while they're in Hawaii, William is both physically and sexually abusing young Mary. She's a 12 and 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
what is the age? I mean, no, that's disgusting, but I'm just saying he's probably closer in
You
age
read my mind.
to her than to mom,
Yes.
or like right in between. And Mary was not down for this though. Like she was extremely abused and traumatized young girl. In 1980, the military finally becomes aware and they move Mary into protective custody.
Oh, okay.
So she's safe for a while.
Good.
But so if you have a parent that dies, the living parent will get something from the government, like a social security check.
Okay.
My dad got one for my brother after my mom died, and it's like a decent amount, and it's probably the equivalent of like if you were receiving child support for this child.
Okay.
But when Mary's put in protective custody, they get that money for her, but they're still getting it for Kathy. They don't like that.
Okay.
I mean, her mom didn't complain about the sexual abuse or the
Right.
beatings, but
Right.
was pissed
About the money.
about the money.
Of course.
So in 1981, William is restationed to Seaside, California, and they give Mary back.
Why? At one point, they think because he moved states that it would be okay.
I'm
Or
not
they're just like, it's
even
not my problem.
surprised by CPS in this situation or the military. Who had her? I don't even know.
Right.
But this is 1981, and I know in 1991, 10 years later, I had went to Child Protective Services to try to get some help for my brother because my dad was drinking and driving with him. He was abusing him. He wasn't providing food in the house. I talked to the social. I'll never forget this, Katie. I talked to the social worker. She said, "Oh my God. Oh yeah, we're going to help you. Come back tomorrow and we'll talk some more." I went back the next day and she slid a business card for a therapist across the table.
What?
This was in 1991. So, and I just was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
I have a lot of thoughts, but I don't want to
And
deter from your
And then
story.
she said, "One more thing about me." She said, "Well, I talked to your dad's attorney and we know that you're having some trouble." Yeah, my mom is freshly dead and my dad is abusing my brother.
Right.
I do have a few issues.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just sharing that to say 1981 CPS. They were not, they weren't protecting children.
No.
So Mary's returned and she's running away all the time in Seaside, California because she doesn't want to be beaten and raped.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think so.
But they kept bringing her back to the house. Nobody's checking in.
Right.
This
Yeah.
12 to 13-year-old girl is running away all the time. So you know what they do? They decide to lock her in the house. They hide her away. They don't enroll her in school. Nobody in the neighborhood even knows she lives there.
They just disappear her from the planet.
So it's the summer of 1981, and Mary and Kathy are left at home while William and Charlotte take their other two kids out to dinner.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Those must be both of their, like, his children too, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, but these girls are just beaten and abused. While they're out to dinner, William's beloved dog gets sick.
Oh.
And it's like he's throwing up, he's having seizures. They know something's bad wrong with this dog.
Okay.
There's no cell phones or whatever.
Right. Yeah. They're just.
So as soon as they get home, William sees that the dog is sick and immediately starts beating the shit out of Mary.
Why?
Exactly. And they tell Kathy, "Go in your room." The next morning, when Kathy gets up, they tell her Mary ran away from home last night.
No, she didn't.
Then within that same week, they throw away all her clothes, all her possessions, all her photographs.
Why not just let her run away or just drop her back off at the foster home? Like, I know we're living in a different state, but leave her at a hospital or something. I don't know.
I know something. Or yeah, why keep getting her back? Because they were getting that check.
Oh, yeah.
They were getting that check. But they don't call the police. They don't tell the Marine Corps.
Just gone.
She's just gone. Then that same week, William takes all of the kids, William, Billie Jean, and William Jr., out into the backyard. And there's this section by their shed. And he says, "You guys can play anywhere in the yard, but do not play here."
Why are you even calling attention to that spot?
That's what I think.
Because he's a young child.
Yeah, he's just a man child.
Right. Literally.
So this is all coming from Kathy's recollection
Okay.
years later. So Sherry, remember Sherry? She was the daughter that got into foster care.
Yeah.
As they're starting to grow, get a little bit older, she is allowed to spend time with Kathy at the house.
Okay.
But nobody is allowed to talk about Mary. She's even asked, like, "Where's Mary?" or "How's Mary doing?" Just even Kathy, thank you, was like, "We're not supposed to talk. Just don't say anything." Probably because she knows they'll get beat.
Yeah. She's probably scared.
Then they end up kicking Kathy out at the age of 14.
Okay. Thank you. You know what? I'm not even mad about that.
No.
Good.
But where did she go? What did she even do?
I hope she called her sister and said, "Help me find a place."
Well, her sister was even younger.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's a mess. Well, in 1992, Kathy turns 18 years old.
Okay.
So she walks into the police station and reports her sister missing.
Good.
And she tells them about the beatings, the sexual abuse,
Yeah.
the spot in the yard we weren't allowed to play in. And there was also a time when they were driving because they were getting stationed everywhere.
Oh, sure.
Where they were driving and they stopped on the side of the road. And William said, "You just everybody look forward." And Kathy just happened to see him like in a side mirror, get a giant rolled up rug out of the back of the trunk and walk it off to the side of the road and was gone for a long time and then eventually came back.
Just everybody look forward.
Just don't turn around, kids. I'm surprised she looked because
He could have killed her right then and there.
yeah. So then as the years are going by, about the same time in the early 90s, Sherry meets somebody new, a new character comes into the story. And her name is Jeannie. And guess who Jeannie is?
Jeannie, I want to guess, is Mary.
No, Jeannie is another child
Stop.
that Charlotte had. Remember I said no children question mark?
Allegedly.
With that first husband, Hubert.
Yeah.
When she left Hubert, she just left Jeannie, this daughter, and went and started doing it again. Why didn't she leave more of the kids?
Why? Yeah.
But that raises the question, are there other children
Absolutely. There's got to be.
that they don't know about? And so even after they report it missing, it's such a cold case. They hardly know anything. In 2002, finally the investigation pops off a little bit.
Okay.
They even took 4 different cadaver dogs at different times to that home that they originally lived in that Mary ran away from.
Right.
And they hit right by that shed. All 4 of those cadaver dogs. So
Okay.
they're like, "Oh,
Something.
we found her.
Yeah.
Found her." So they start digging it up. The only thing they find is a tiny little shoe. No body.
Okay. I was a little confused, I guess. I was just waiting for you to explain more. But when you said, "Don't play in this part of the yard," but he's also getting rid of this big rug, like, which is it?
Well, did he dig her up, put her in the rug, and get rid of her body because he knew new tenants were going to be in this
That's true.
house?
Okay. Yeah.
That's just a theory because cadaver dogs can. So I didn't know this. I learned this from my investigation. If you have a dead body in the dirt, investigating shit on those, it's finest.
I love it.
That was really selling myself.
The energy we're trying to go for.
There, I'm just on a 50 thing. No chocolate bar. Investigation.
During your investigation.
I discovered that if a dead body is in dirt, it changes the soil.
Oh, okay.
So cadaver dogs are trained to hit on that soil scent.
Even if the body's gone.
Even if the body's gone.
Okay, so it was there at one point.
Up to 667 years.
What?
I learned that from investigative journalism.
This week on Amy's investigative journalism.
But over 600 years.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that.
But Katie, in 2003, William and Charlotte, so this is another year later after the dead body dog scent hit. Dog scent hit. They find William and Charlotte are still alive. And they go and they question them. And Charlotte, you can find this interview out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's I saw on Mile Higher podcast. You just got to watch that
Okay.
like on their YouTube channel. Excuse me. They're like asking her directly, like, what happened to your daughter Mary? She's like, well, mistakes are made along the way. And I wish I would have looked for her harder. And they're like, well, did you contact the police?
Did you look at all?
Yeah. And she's like, my husband said he did, but there was never really any follow up. 13-year-old girl.
And you're just like, meh, she'll just turn up.
Yeah. Well, I'll get into the plot twist because November 25th of 2008,
Okay.
a pickup truck is pulled over for false and fictitious license plates. And one of the passengers in that pickup truck produces a driver's license with the name and birth date of
Mary.
Mary Louise Day.
You're using her identity, or is this Mary?
So the police are like, bro, we found her.
Okay.
So they call the sister the sisters, Kathy and Sherry, and they're like, we found your sister. She's alive and well. And they're like, for real? Like, we pulled cadaver dogs hit. We
Right,
saw her
yeah.
get beat up. We never saw her again. We want to talk to her. So I forget what state this was in. Utah or something. I don't know. I made that part up with my investigative journalist. But another state.
That's the journalism part.
Yeah. Investigative is an
Yeah.
they're like, we want to talk to her. So they arrange a phone call. And when they're talking to their sister, Mary, on the phone, suddenly she has a very thick Southern accent. Hey, y'all, it's me, Mary. No, I don't know what she sounded like, but she did say a very thick Southern accent. And they're like, wow, it doesn't really sound like my sister, but she's been living in different states. Maybe she picked up this accent. Sherry invites Mary, her sister, to come live with her. Just come live with me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I want to get reconnected with you. I want to help you. I can't believe you've been going through all this all alone in the world since you were 13 years old. Come to my house. So she flies up to her house. Sherry goes and picks her up from the airport and is immediately terrified. It's not funny, but I can just imagine.
I can't do it. You just pull up and then you just keep driving.
I mean, she's disheveled. She has like a crazy look in her eye. She, like you said, she talks with this crazy Southern accent. So Sherry's like, well, I'm committed. I said I'd do it. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So she
What's
takes,
her word?
yeah. So she takes her home. And then they discover that Mary Day has also been using the name Monica DeRoe.
Okay.
Is it because she's hiding from her family? Is it because she forgot her name? I mean, I don't know. She did have
had amnesia or something.
right. She was beat pretty severely. Sherry said that while she was in the house, sometimes she would get up in the morning and she'd like put herself together and she'd be dressed nice. She'd take a shower. She'd be clean. She'd put on makeup. And on those days, she was Mary Day. Sometimes she would look down and see her and she'd be like in a moo looking crazy and just really messed up. And she said, on those days, I called her Monica DeBro.
Okay.
She would get physical with it, and she was an extreme alcoholic. And Sherry started finding like liquor bottles in the drawers of her baby's clothes.
Oh.
No. So she's like, okay, we got to get you out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So they find her another place, like in town, and they move her there. And one day she calls Sherry and she's like, you need to come over here right away. And so Sherry, being the awesome sister that she is like, okay. She gets in her car, goes up to her door. And as soon as she opens the door, Mary throws a beer bottle at her head.
Why? She's just lost it.
She's lost it. She has lost it. So her father, Charles Day, has passed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Charlotte's still alive. They decide, you know what? Let's do a DNA test because who is this Southern psycho?
Yeah.
They do a DNA test. Katie, do you think it was her daughter or not?
No.
It was her fucking daughter.
No, it was
Yes, yes, yes.
what?
But because Charlotte has mystery kids out there, is it Mary
Is it Monica?
or is it a Monica?
Well, if it's Mary, that is horrific and so sad because, first of all, if she did run away, what did she experience that was so traumatic that led her down this lifestyle or life path? And what would it have been like had she not left? You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Kathy said to her, "What's our code word?
Yeah.
What's our code word to get our money?" And she didn't know it. But here's a couple theories and see where you land on this limited information that I gave you. One theory is she is Mary Day.
Okay.
She was on her own from 13 years old. We don't know what. We already know she was sexually abused and beaten at the hands of her own mother and stepfather. That's very traumatic in its own.
Yes.
Then you're out on your own at 13 years old. What happened after that? Um, so she's either Mary and she's had a split in her brain.
Yeah.
And she really just one alter doesn't know what the other one knows, and she really does have DID. The other theory is that she's another child of Charlotte's that she abandoned somewhere. And it was even theory or speculated by some people that Charlotte, the mother, had put this other daughter up to this to get the heat off of her.
Oh, geez.
Because what body was in that?
That's what I
dirt?
want to know. Yeah.
I don't know why they did not compare her DNA to her living sisters, but I've never heard any
Okay.
talk that that was done. Mary Louise Day, or whoever that woman was, did die while in a nursing home, still saying, "I just want people to believe that I am Mary Day. I am Mary."
So when she was found by the police, because that was going to be my next question, like, it just say I'm pretending to be Mary Day,
Okay.
and they're like, "Mary, we found you." And you're like, "Yay! You did! I've been here all along."
I know.
But or did she like say yes? I miss my sisters, or like,
No, it was like she was like the way I'm understanding the stories that I've read and saw. It was almost like she was like a little special needs or something.
okay.
Like
Maybe she just shut that part of her brain out and just forgot all of,
I know.
like, intentionally. Oh, I really did not think that was Mary,
I know, and it might still not be.
but it is Charlotte's daughter.
It is Charlotte's
is
daughter.
proven.
Yes.
Oh, that was a twist I was not expecting.
That's all I know about it. I heard about it. I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting. I'm going to tell Katie about this."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll show you the picture of the family afterwards. And Mary was such a cute little girl. And I can't, at 13, I would not have had the life skills to go make my own way in the world. That had to be so,
Especially in what, the 80s?
yeah, that had to be so scary. And who knows who picked her
Oh
up.
gosh.
You know,
She probably ran into a bunch of scary stuff.
she very well could have disassociated a lot of things and just forgot on purpose. Like her brain protected her. Or she could also be another child of Charlotte's because we already know we found one mystery
Right.
that no one knew about.
And we can't trust a word that comes out of Charlotte's mouth to say how many kids did you have.
Her sister Sherry says that's not Mary.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like,
And we'll never know.
no, I don't think we'll ever know. That is my story of the crazy disappearance, reappearance, possibly question mark. Of Mary Louise.
Question mark.
That story has a ton of question marks.
Yeah, it really does. Whoa.
What's your vibe?
My vibe for today, my vibe's kind of short.
I rambled for a while.
My vibe is German. Give me your best German.
Oh my gosh, Katie. I wish I had a recording of my Aunt Jody. You know, I spent the weekend with her last weekend.
She German?
Well, my grandmother's from Belgium.
Okay.
And they have like this very distinct sound. And there's been many times as my adulthood been like, I wish I could remember what my grandma sounded like. I knew she had a specific sound, but what was it? As soon as I picked up my Aunt Jody, I said, Is that what grandma sounded like? Bella started laughing. She goes, yeah, I'm really the only sibling that kind of has this. I can't do it, but
No?
oh, I would want to mock her, but it was,
Okay.
I had a really good time. I'll have to tell you about it. It was really good.
Okay, good. Well, tap into your German ancestors then as I tell you this story.
Oh, I don't want to.
The vibe is also crime.
Okay.
The vibe is heavy on the mystery.
Okay.
And the vibe is not women, but a woman.
Well, man. Well, man.
A woman. So this story spans over a couple of decades. By a couple, I mean 2.
Investigative journalism.
Starting May 1993 in Eider, Oberstein, Germany.
Eider Oberstein. Wait, was that German? Eider Oberstein.
I feel like it was.
Okay, thank you.
A 62-year-old woman named Lieselette Schlanger.
Lieselette. I kind of like that name.
Lieselette? Is that how you'd say it?
Oh.
Lieselette?
Lieselette. That does look like a latte at you.
Schlanger was found dead in her house. This is no laughing matter.
Okay, how old was she? 60?
She was 62.
Dead in her home.
Dead. And she was strangled to death. Not to life, to death.
We are slap happy in person.
I love it. From a piece of wire that was holding a bouquet of flowers together the police had found in her home.
A piece of wire? It had to be thick wire.
It had to be, and had to be like long wire.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah, those German necks are a little thicker. I got one.
I didn't want to say it. The police were really baffled because there were no signs of forced entry. There were no witnesses. They really didn't have any suspects. The only thing that they had to go on was DNA evidence that they found that they had swabbed from a teacup that was in her house.
Okay.
They drink tea in Germany.
Oh. Drink of the tea.
I don't know why I was
Out of a glass, though.
Yeah. No, theirs is out of a cup.
Okay.
But other than that, that's all I know about Lieselette Schlanger.
And that's the story of Lieselette
Schlanger. It was a short one. Okay. But no, seriously, there are no other leads, no other evidence, and the case goes cold for 7 years. There's a cardinal outside. It's really distracting me. So 7 years later,
he's really loud.
He's really loud. He must be right outside the window. 7 years later in Freiburg, Germany. So this is 2.5 hours south of Eider Oberstein.
Okay.
They find a connection when a 61-year-old man named Joseph Walzenbach,
you're doing great.
Thank you, is found dead in his own kitchen.
What the hell?
Just dead bodies popping up all over Germany. This is only the second one, but
what year are we in?
We're now in 2001. So
okay.
It's been 8 years.
Okay.
And Joseph was found strangled to death with twine from his garden.
What the hell?
It's kind of suspicious.
I'm already suspicious of like somebody's coming to kill these older people and not bringing the murder weapon with them. They're just like finding whatever's on hand. Like,
yeah,
I will murder you with this piece of sheet of paper right now.
Murderers have to travel light.
Gosh. Okay.
So again, at this crime scene at Joseph's house 8 years later, 2.5 hours south, they have no signs of forced entry. There's no witnesses. And the only lead they have is some mystery DNA found on a kitchen drawer. For sure. Kitchen drawer. It was a drawer, not the floor. You get the uncut episode now. Yeah, right. And again, they tested this DNA and it didn't match anybody like in the police system. I don't know exactly how it works in Germany.
Right. CODIS.
Right. I don't know.
Germany's CODIS.
But they got a match to an open case.
Ooh.
The DNA matched Lisa Schlinger's murder.
What the heck? And I guess you'll get to it, but do they know each other?
So now they've got the same DNA, but two unsolved cases and no leads, nowhere to go with them. Until several months later in late 2001 in Gerolstein, Germany. I don't know how far away. I quit looking to see how far away these places were from each other. But it's a different city. A 7-year-old child is playing on a playground and accidentally steps on a used heroin syringe.
Oh my God. Gross.
Yes.
Germany, get it together.
There are heroin syringes in your playground.
Oh.
So, she gets cared for, whatnot, but police take the used heroin syringe, and what do they find but the same DNA?
Now they know where he likes to shoot up, or she likes to shoot up.
This is a mystery woman. That's all they know.
Woman. Okay.
This is all they know. My vibe is woman.
Woman.
So now they're like, okay, we've got this mystery DNA. What was this woman a murderer? Did she murder these two people? But also, is she a heroin user?
Yeah.
Heroin user, murderer. I mean, I guess they could go hand in hand, but you're gonna leave more evidence, I would think, if you're
seriously. I feel like you'd be slowed down, like right. Sloppier.
Yes, definitely. So they're still kind of at a loss. A few weeks later, in Budenheim, Germany, there's a burglary.
I'm sorry. I gotta find it.
And the police are, reviewing the crime scene. And what do they find?
What do they find?
At this burgled place.
What? Another heroin needle?
No, they find a half-eaten cookie.
Stop! She had the munchies. She's giant fat joints like Mackenzie. That was last week.
What do you think they found on the cookie?
The DNA of the mystery woman.
You named it.
A half-eaten cookie at a burglary?
So she's a burglaring, murdering heroin user.
Watching what she eats. Like just one bite.
Just one bite and she's got to put it down. And she is still somehow successfully evading the police. They don't have a description of her. They don't have any pictures of her. All they have is DNA that says this person is a woman, and it's the same woman at all of the places. Okay. A little while later, I don't know how long, it's up to you. You decide.
A little while is an official measurement of time.
Yes.
You decide.
In our boy France. So now we're moving countries.
What is the name of the town? Our boy.
I'm going to say our boy. Our boyfriend.
ARBOIS. I heard our boy. Our boyfriend. Another country.
So a different country. There is a robbery in a Vietnamese gemstone place.
Oh, I see those on TikTok. Do you ever see that?
I do, yeah.
Oh, what stones do you
It's like, they like sifted and stuff. Yeah, it looks pretty fun. But at the scene of this robbery, a toy pistol is found.
She is so random.
She is so random. She is all over the place. But I like her. She's a woman of many avenues, you know. I can't like her. Right, I don't like her. But again, her DNA is found on this toy pistol. And these cops are so confused.
As am I.
So, I mean, it's been, at least 10 years now since the very first happening of finding her DNA.
Killing a grandma is how we think she started.
Right.
She probably started something else.
She might have. So, while later, again, your discretion, in Heilbronn, Germany.
She's back. She left our boy.
She left our boy. She was sick of him. They find her DNA in a stolen car.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is she just like pulling her hair out and throwing it everywhere? She's spitting on everything. Someone leaves DNA.
She is like, she's everywhere but nowhere at the same
I
time.
just have a visual of her just like oozing pasta.
Just like DNA coming out of
all the sources.
Excuse me. Then in Worms, Germany, Worms. You heard me correctly. Worms, like the bug animal. Worms an animal or a bug? I don't know.
What are worms?
Snakes?
I don't know.
Below.
What are worms?
There is a domestic shooting between two brothers,
Okay.
and they
Her
hide-
DNA.
And she's like, surprise! I was looking for the brothers. She must have been. So eventually, cops are really like, they're really doing some digging, or they're trying to.
Yeah, come on.
And they come to realize that her DNA is tied to over 40 break-ins in Germany and in Austria. So again, she's everywhere and she's nowhere.
What in the world, Katie? You gotta tell me. This is crazy.
Eventually, this woman became known as the woman without a face. Okay.
I have some other nicknames for her.
Shannon.
I mean, I'm just thinking the oozers.
I want to know why she has to be Oozing.
Geonator.
You need her. Okay, like that.
What else have we got? I don't know. I just can't believe her DNA so many places.
Everywhere.
Oh. It's crazy if you start thinking about that. That means our DNA is just everywhere we've been.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on this couch right now. You slept on this couch one night.
Definitely on here. 2007. So we're 14 years since the very first finding of her DNA.
Okay.
An officer named Michelle Keysweater,
Michelle Giesweather.
exactly, was eating lunch and she's like, "What's that taste?" It's the woman without a face.
Damn, I didn't order the
It's fine. So she was eating the DNA.
What soup sound?
With her friend, a fellow cop in her patrol car. Two people approached them from behind and shot them.
What the hell?
Michelle died,
Oh.
and her partner was uninjured. The cops are reviewing the crime scene. They're trying to figure out who murdered a fellow officer.
Yeah. That ought to do it.
What do they find?
I'm guessing. A woman with no face and DNA.
The DNAtor's DNA.
Oh my.
They did.
On what? Are they finding this? I guess if you shoot somebody and leave.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I think she's got open women.
Just to see. So now they're really confused because what the fuck?
I'm saying that.
A reward, they post a reward for 300,000 euros, which is equivalent to about $350,000 here. The police start flying experts in from all over Europe. They test this mystery DNA against over 800 women from these countries that I don't know how they got said women,
Whoa.
but the DNA did not match any of them.
Okay.
Okay. So then they're like, well, we'll try fortune tellers.
Well, stop.
Like, they are trying get us a lead. We need some type of next step.
Yeah. Do they not have that thing that they do now? Like genealogical,
Genealogy?
like local DNA. It's where you can find like a cousin and then track them down.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about? They use it to catch the Golden State.
don't think they had this
Okay.
technology at the time.
Okay.
And you'll understand why here in a minute.
Okay.
So 2009, it's been 2 years since Michelle, a police officer, was killed. A man's body is discovered badly burnt, and they believe he went missing in 2002. They're able to match his fingerprints from an old application that he was trying to get asylum for. Don't know what that means. I don't know. I should have Googled it.
I think it's like when you want to leave one country and go to a different one.
Spain. Comment below, what does seeking asylum mean to you? Investigative journalism. We've given you a couple options. No, this is a quiz.
We know the answer.
We'll never tell.
I just won't tell you.
So then they start doing whatever tests the coroners do. Because this man's body's dead. Okay. They figured out his identity from the fingerprints. They know who he is for sure.
Like an autopsy.
Yes, thank you. Whatever coroners do.
Whatever they do.
Well, shocker.
No.
They take his DNA. And what happens?
No.
It comes back. The mystery woman without a face. It's the DNAtor.
DNAtor is the burnout man.
That is what they were like. The math ain't mathin'. Do it again. Yeah. So they do it again.
Okay.
And it comes back different. It's his own DNA.
What the hell? Wait, how did that happen?
You want to know?
Oh my God, he had a fake vein in his arm that contained her DNA.
It's actually so stupid.
Okay.
So around this same time, light bulbs are going off in the police officers' heads.
They're not in mine.
We gotta trace this back. As it turns out, in 1993, in Bavaria,
they make the best ice cream.
I was thinking a donut. Bavarian donut. It's gonna be the new. But no. In Bavaria, there is this factory where this woman is working, and she is manufacturing cotton swabs.
Wait.
Light bulb.
Yeah.
And this woman doesn't realize it, but she is accidentally contaminating all of these cotton swabs. And let me just tell you, these cotton swabs were not made to be testing DNA. The company actually issued a statement that they were for medical use only, not meant for analyzing DNA.
So she's packing the cotton balls. Police are doing their thing with all, and she's getting accused
of all of these crimes.
Oh my God. And they've wasted years and years and years.
16 years of searching for a killer that didn't exist.
Wow.
They were connecting these cases that weren't connected.
Mm-hmm.
They wasted millions of dollars.
Yeah.
They wasted tons of time. Some of the cases, they were able to find the true suspect, true perpetrator, whatever. But Lisa Lett, her case is still unsolved to this day. They missed some, I feel like, crucial time right after she died if they just stopped with the DNA.
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't either when I first found this story.
That is terrible.
It is terrible. But also, why were you using those cotton swabs for the DNA?
Oh, clearly they're not sterile or.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So that's my story of the woman with no face, because she was everywhere, but she never really was.
And she was not oozing all over the place.
She wasn't oozing at all.
And she just doing her job.
Yeah, she was just living her best life in Bavaria while couple countries over, they're like, this woman's a murderer.
Could you imagine? I would tell that story to everybody.
Me too.
I was just at the cotton store packing the cotton.
That's official Bavarian.
Yeah, that's our Bavarian stock. And then I had donut on break.
Happy to cookies.
That would go. How did they wiped the cookie with the cotton swab?
They must have.
This is crazy.
Also, like, how many what kind of backstock of cotton swabs did they have? Because I don't know.
She did every single one.
Thank you. For 16 years.
They had the same lot, I bet.
Something.
Okay, that was crazy.
Thank you. Something different. I was like, I bet nobody will ever see this coming.
I did not. We both had some plot twists.
We did. Yeah.
Totally on accident.
I love it. Well, that was our vibe for this weekend, but we got to get to our real vibe now.
Which is boogers and cut. Boogers?
I'm leaving them out. I'm
boogers and kayaking. Maybe we'll put a picture on our social.
Yes. Bye.